So here we have it. Zeyar. Okay. Let's read the back. Water-based acrylic brush tip, waterproof, opaque, ink, light, fast, permanent, safe to use, writes on most surfaces. Shake well before every use with the cap on. Press the tip several times until ink flows. Recap lightly after use. Or what's it say? Tightly after use, I'm sorry. And they show you the colors here. We have black. We have, oh, they have numbers. A01 is black. We have red. We have purple. We have white. We have orange. We have brown. These are colors that I use every day. We have bright blue. We have light magenta, which is pink. We have gold. We have green, yellow, and silver. Okay. And there's the website, and I already have a defect, but I'm not going to let that defect break my heart, because I believe that I've seen it happen with Posca pens, and that is, let me get that out of the way. Which color is it? It is the orange. Now, all the other ones I've had problems with an orange, except for Posca. But this orange in here, this is what it did. I think this one here is the orange. And I love how you can see the ink inside the barrel. Let me see if they show the color names on here. Focus. See here. Okay, they show the number. Oh yeah, they do show. This says orange. Right there. Focus, focus. Focus. Come on, focus for me. See that? It says orange. A23. So you might be able to get these open stock somewhere at certain stores. I don't know. They have the numbers and they have the colors. These are very much like Posca pens, but this orange here made me mad. I finally got it to work, but it made me mad. I had to actually pull the tip out of here and keep putting it back in and putting it back in. Then I had to keep shaking and shaking and shaking. I must have shook it for over 100 times before it finally worked. And when I press down on a tip, let me see. See? The tip doesn't go back into the canister like the other colors. I have to actually, let me show it to you on camera here. You don't hear it, see, you don't hear the swooshing? It doesn't go back into the canister like the other ones, because I had to pull it out and put it back in, and I had to keep doing that until it finally came out. So what that means is that every time I use this orange, I'm going to have to every time I use this orange, I'm going to have to personally go in there, pull the tip out, and set the button back at the bottom of the nib, and then get that to push it out. I might have to take the whole thing out and clean it. Maybe even use alcohol. I don't know. I have to take it out and clean it before I can use my orange each time, but I finally got it to work. But I've seen Posca pens do the same thing, so that's not the worstest thing ever. Other than that, I really like these. I really do. I'm not too crazy, as I said in another video, about the whole shakety, shakety, shaky. You know, I hate that. Shaky, shake, 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 shakety, shaky. And then you got to push the nib. I'm not too crazy about that. The other ones that I have, all you do is take them out of the box, and if they start to dry out, then you just put the lid on them and lay them down for a little bit, and then pick them up, and they work like magic. They work as good as new. These here, you can actually press the nib into the paper, which in this case is the actual brush nib that you have to press into the paper, okay? The actual brush nib in here, you have to press into the paper. And you can see it bending as you're pressing it into the paper. I don't like that at all. But it's strong enough to take it, and it goes back in the burl, and then the ink comes down as the nib goes back into the burl. And the nib, and these are really, let me open this blue one to show you. Whoops. Hold on a second. This is how small they are. God, I wish this camera would focus. See how small that nib is? Now, when I first opened them, I showed you in the last video, when I first opened them, the nib was out pretty far. But once you get them to, ignite, once you get the ink to come down to the nib, that's how small the nib is. That's pretty small. But there's other brands that are like that. Also, the Posca pens have nibs that sizes, and they sell out like hotcakes. So I'm not complaining about that either. But I like the size the nib was when I opened them. But now that once you get the paint to come down, half the nib goes and stays inside the burl. Now you can always make the nib longer by just pulling that whole thing out and pulling it out of the little barrel a little bit, and you have a longer nib. But I wouldn't do that. I don't see a reason to do that, because the whole point of this size is for more finer point writing. But the colors that we have here are blue, and that's there's the blue that we have there. That's what it looks like. Okay. We have blue, we have purple, we have black, we have silver. The silver and the gold are kind of like metallic. They don't tell you that on the box, but they're metallic. Those are metallic colors. We have white, and the white is very opaque, and I left the white on her lips to show you how the white is nice and opaque. Which, out of all my sets of brush tips, only the Posca, I have a Posca one that dried out on me that's white. But it dried out on me. The white was the first to dry out as a brush nib. And it didn't have these kind of nibs. It had an actual paintbrush nib on it. So that dried out. I can't get anything to come out of that burl. There's probably a way to reactivate them. You can teach me that, okay, if you know how. But we got white, silver, gold, purple, black, blue. We got pink, green. This green is like a let me see, it's right here. It's like a leaf green. Right there. Okay. We have red. We have, I said purple, right? We have yellow. The yellow is very nice. And the orange is very nice. The orange is kind of dark, actually. Like, I like my orange to be kind of dark, because I'm not really an orange freak. I like my orange to be kind of dark. But we have all the basic colors: purple, blue, orange, pink, red, yellow, brown. We have all the basic colors, and these are all basic colors. These are all basic colors, which I need really bad. Like, just basic colors that are not pastel colors, but basic colors. This is what I've been shopping for, and I got it. Now, these will work really good with my other markers for when I need a good orange, for when I need a good opaque white, like the opaque that I have in the other brush tip markers. It's not really that opaque, except for maybe one of them. But this white here is really opaque, really, really, really opaque. Okay. Now let me show you here. I promised you I'd draw something. And here it is, as you can see, compared to my other compared to my other brush nibs acrylics, this looks like paint. That has a more paint feel and look to it. And I love this paper. This paper is really awesome. But look how rich those colors are. Rich and vibrant. Very lovely. As you can see, I was able to do what I wasn't able to do last time. I was able to mix because these don't dry so fast that you can't mix them. So I was able to put the yellow and the red together to create, I think it was yellow and orange. Yeah, it was yellow and orange. I was able to put the yellow and orange together in her face and mix them together. Couldn't do that and it looked this nice with the other markers that are brush tip. But here it done a great job. And I left her lips white to show you how opaque the white is. Those lips were brown, and that was too dark for me, so I painted them white. I figured I'd wait till I do this video to show you. I'm going to use pink to do her lips. And I'm going to do it right here on camera. Let me see. Let's see here. I'm going to do this right in front of you. I'm going to let you see me do this. There. 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 There, you see how opaque that white is? And you see how I was able to go after it was dry. That's very, very, very important. And I just did it. So we're good there. Okay. Trying to get this back on here. All right. So again, I like them. I like the fact that they are somewhat come on, what's wrong with the focus here? God, there you are. This is the orange. I was able to write my name, and because me wrestling around with the nib, at first they came out, the color came out too much, and then as you see, I was able to slack it down. And there's red and pink. You see the difference in the colors. Her hair I did with silver and red and gold, if you can see that. Okay. And I have to admit, these are more acrylic-like than my other markers, but I like my other markers too. But I like, the control that I have, the acrylic control that I have with these as well. And I might get a hold of Amazon and get this orange back. I think I'll just call them on the phone and let them know, because what they'll probably do is let me keep this set and just send me another set, which I hope they do so, because I like them. I'm unhappy how this orange worked right out of the box. I mean, the nib's not working right, but it works. It works. But anyway, again, Zeyar. And I don't think these are advertised on YouTube yet. I see the regular Posca style ones with the regular nibs. I don't see these. I looked for these on YouTube. I couldn't find them. That was about, what, less than a week ago. Maybe they're on there now. I don't know. But there you have it. 12 Colors by Zeyar. Again, you're pushing the nib, which is a brush nib, into the paper or paper towel, whatever you want to use, in order. I'll show you here with this purple. You're actually pushing the nib, see that, into the paper to get the ink to come out. And that is the brush nib. Okay, and I'm hoping it doesn't get smaller each time. But the colors, other than that, the colors are awesome. They are awesome. So I'm hoping and praying that that's their only setback. The thing about the Poscas is there is a button in the back. Let me see if I can get my hands on a. There's my Poscas. Oh, they're not going to let me in here. This is always jammed up. Come on out of there. Hold on a second. Here we go. Now the Poscas are like this. Where you at? There you are. The Poscas are like this. They have this button in the back. And you don't have to press the nib. You just push the, after you shake. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's coming right out of there. You push the button, and then there you go. You don't have to press the nib into the paper like that. You press this button on the back, and that causes the paint to come out. And then there you go. And that spares the brush. That saves the brush. So when I was at Michael's, they had some sets of Posca there, and I was like, are these the one with the button on the back? Because I like those ones. But they didn't have any brush ones, so there you go. But anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching. I think I got everything out. I'm probably, since I did this, I'm probably going to get some more Poscas that are brush nibs like this with the button in the back. These uni Posca. I'm probably going to get more of them. And I want more colors of these Zeyar. These Zeyar, if I'm pronouncing that right. Zeyar. And if you've never practiced with Canson I think is one of the best watercolor brands out there. I was using watercolor on some different watercolor papers today with like the Tombow markers, and the Canson were the only paper that the markers acted correctly on. Okay, they looked at like cheap markers that were not fit, you know, that were cheap, bad quality markers, until I used them on this Canson paper, not this paper, regular Canson XL watercolor paper. And the colors just came alive, they smoothed blendly, and they just popped, okay? But, you know, this is another Canson paper here. I'm really thinking that Canson is my favorite watercolor paper for whatever it be, whether it be pastel or whether it be water soluble, mixed media, or whatever. I love Canson. Canson is a good paper. Whether you're using oil and acrylic or watercolor or marker or whatever, Canson is good paper. So that's that. And this paper here, this is my first time using paper that's marked oil or acrylic. This paper is really something different. It's really nice. And I think I got this from Amazon. 24 sheets for 136 pound, 9 by 12 inch. So there you have it. Any questions? Let me know in the comments section. Any advice from me? Let me know in the comments section. I really would appreciate that. And I will talk to you soon with more videos. God bless you. Thank you for visiting my channel. God bless.